Donald Trump, who is currently launching his new crypto venture, seemingly doesn't know a whole lot about cryptocurrency.
Why is it so important for America to lead in cryptocurrency adoption and innovation?
Well, it's crypto, it's AI, it's so many other things. You know, AI, speaking of an interesting future, it needs tremendous electricity capability beyond anything I've ever heard. It never made sense to me, but this is what it needs.
Join me live on Twitter Spaces at 8 p.m. this September 16th for the launch of World Liberty Financial. We're embracing the future with crypto and leaving the slow and outdated big banks behind.
His new venture, or what will most likely turn out to be his latest scam, is called World Liberty Financial. And judging from everything we know about Trump and his offspring, this has less to do with China and electricity and getting left in the dust, and more to do with Trump and his money. Remember, this is the guy who wanted to bring back coal instead of investing in cleaner energy sources because it benefited him to do so. He does and says whatever he thinks will make him the most money or earn him the most support. His VP pick, by the way, is famously backed by a tech billionaire.
You know, I should not need to remind you that in the sort of quasi-mythological New Testament account, the slogan of the Antichrist is peace and safety.
Also, if there's any doubt that Trump's intention is to scam his supporters and his investors, he has called crypto a scam in the past.
Bitcoin, it just seems like a scam. I was surprised. You know, with us, it was at 6,000 and much lower. I don't like it because it's another currency competing against the dollar. Essentially, it's a currency competing against the dollar. I want the dollar to be the currency of the world. That's what I've always said.
And that's to say nothing of Trump's failed business ventures. Just a reminder of his companies that have gone bankrupt. You've got Trump Taj Mahal, Trump Plaza, Trump Castle, THCR, Trump Entertainment Resorts, Trump Shuttle, Trump University, Trump Vodka, Trump Mortgage, GoTrump.com, and Trump Steaks. I talked about this in a previous video here on Rebel HQ, but whenever a Trump business tanks, he usually does all right for himself. His investors and his supporters, however, are often left with a knapsack full of jack after taxes. Before we go any further, though, let's hear a bit more about what the Trumps are actually trying to pull.
We know that don't know a lot of details, but we do know that former President Trump was once an outspoken cryptocurrency skeptic. He called it a scam, and now he is spearheading a crypto platform of his own as he courts big donors in this industry. So this new Trump-backed business called World Liberty Financial yet to release key details about its finances or exact purpose. Its website, though, prominently features photos of Trump and touts a digital currency, kind of like Bitcoin, but the value of that currency would be pegged to the U.S. dollar. Trump and his sons, Eric and Don Jr., are pitching this platform as a way for American households to buy or sell cryptocurrencies and to go around, quote, big banks and financial elites. But as founders, the Trump family could make money if the price of the digital currency that they are helping to launch goes up. And this is a potential ethics landmine. If Trump wins re-election, he is already blasting the Securities and Exchange Commission for trying to regulate the crypto space.
So there's not a whole lot of information or details about this yet. Perfect. That's what the Trumps like. They love to operate in the shade, talking about nothing to people who know nothing, all in an effort to separate people from their money. And I'm not trying to insult anyone when I say that they know nothing, by the way. Most people don't know a whole lot about cryptocurrency. I probably know more about it than most people do, and I still would not consider myself particularly knowledgeable on the topic. It's something that's essentially brand new. It's a nebulous idea that's difficult for people to even wrap their heads around, and there's so much conflicting information about it online that crypto analysts often just confuse people further. Experts are constantly disagreeing with one another over the future implications of crypto in the financial, political, economic, and social spheres. On top of that, you've got all of these crypto bros all over YouTube and TikTok offering financial advice that they're probably not qualified to give to people who would be better off if they just stopped watching those videos. But I will say that Trump is right about one thing. You've got to adapt and move forward or else you will get left behind in this world. Crypto is still very young, but I think it's safe to say at this point that it is an inevitability of our future. That's why now we're seeing so many people race to be early adopters, to get in while the getting's good and get out with billions more than you went in with. That's the dream, at least. However, when people don't understand something, it's easier for someone like Trump to sound like an expert to them. If Trump just uses some big or scary sounding words, like I lost count of how many times he said AI in that first clip, then he sounds knowledgeable. It's like if you can't play the guitar, you're very easily impressed by anyone who can just hit a few power chords. If you can't bake, you're easily impressed when someone throws Cool Whip on top of a box cake. I realize how bougie that just made me sound, but perhaps I am a little bit bougie when it comes to baking. Seriously, it's not hard to just whip your own whipped cream. Anyway, you're always going to be impressed by someone who can do something that you can't do, partly because you can't do it, and partly because it sounds very foreign and fancy and unfamiliar to you. It feels like an impenetrable world to you, but that person was able to figure it out. It's like, wow, they really must know what they're talking about. But the truth is, it's very easy to sound well-informed without actually being well-informed, especially to an audience that is generally ignorant on whatever topic you're bringing up. Anyone who knows about the topic will see through you, but they're not your audience. The general public is, and in this case, that general public is Trump's supporters who support everything he says and does without question. They will not be able to see through what he's saying, and he knows that, even though they have had countless opportunities to do so. There is no reason why Trump should be able to grift off of cryptocurrency, but he will, and he knows he will. He doesn't need to sound like a crypto expert. He just needs to sound like he knows more than the absolute least. His celebrity and his confidence and his cadence will do a lot of the heavy lifting for him, and again, he knows that. Just look at the website that they launched. It says very little about cryptocurrency and quite a bit about Trump. And honestly, that tells you more than anything that's come out of Trump's mouth. All right, that's it for me. If you got anything out of this, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks.